settle. I'm not arrested, getting cheddar. Out of my wrist, timeless.
What's insane about this, you see the expiration? 12/31/60. This one, like, you take off turn too hard.
Oh, you're toppling over.
In the street.
Sure.
In the street. I'll roll with this.
Yes, nice.
I'll whip this.
I'm gonna whip this hoe.
I'm gonna whip this hoe.
I like the color.
Look at that, got the wood grain. It's the 104s will be whooping everybody with it, yo. The AutoZam, that's what it is, yeah. I be on 4 as a dog and it's crazy. I have to pull up my AutoZam from Forza and show y'all down there in fast car in the game. These cars remind me of BMW making that i3. Knowing that they made all these little bitty cars like this now, because BMW is, I didn't know they made a lot of little cars like this. Stick shift. Well, you didn't even get a radio. Highway noise, that's all you hear, street. That I would do myself, like with all the little cars that I got. Pretty cool. What? Glad in there. That's a rare specimen right there. That's cool. That's crazy, the detail that goes into like these little race car builds they make, like all the detail, like there's suspension, the steering wheel. Obviously not hooked up by the linkage right there, but all of this works, which is cool. Like all of that, it works. It's pretty dope. That's that motherfucker. Oh, that's that. That's that one. You pull up. Oh, that's that right there. That's that one.
No, literally.
Yeah. Chilling. If you've been watching me long enough, I had like 2 of these actually. I had like 3 of those. I had like 3 of these, which is the S2K. All right, guys, I wanted to show y'all some support from my boy Charlie. Over the years, you guys seen me use his shop for all my mechanic work. He did the GT500, the CTSV, any LS work that I've done. And he actually ended up selling his Camaro, and he opened up another business venture, which is a taco truck. And they're doing pretty good. This is their startup. This is their grand opening. I was supposed to have a C6 here, but we were coming from a museum, which you guys just seen from those previous clips. So I might go get my car and bring it back, but as of right now, we're gonna check out the cars that are here, and then we're gonna check out some of his tacos. We got a nice C7 Grand Sport on the wheels. The C8. Got the C8 with the blues on it. We got the vert top open. We got the 2 Polarises. Where the hell is Charlie? I just seen his ass. Where'd he go? I gotta get him. So this is their food truck out here. The grand opening. I see the menu. I gotta support my boy. There he is back there working in the station back there. I see him. Charlie! What's going on, man? Shout out to business, man. It's for the YouTube. All right. Bet, man. It's a business venture. All right, brother.
What's up, man? Hey, yo, it's serving micheladas right here. Come check us out. 3311 Northeast 28th Street, Fort Worth, Texas. We're always here Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 6. Come check us out. Come get your micheladas.
And that's the stop right here. Y'all gotta come check them out right here off Northeast 28th Street. They bust them. All right, guys, we done brought the C6 out. You know we gotta show support for my boy Charlie. So we got the C6, got this beautiful C5 here. Dope ass LED headlight conversion. You got the C7 Grand Sport. You got two C8s, and then that's Charlie's dad's C8, the blue one over there with the gold wheels. He's gonna actually do a wide body kit on this thing, he said, sometime soon. But yeah, man, look at that. Woo. All right, guys, we got the new Teverun 7260R Supreme Ultra. This will be the unboxing for this scooter. I'll do a quick unboxing. So far, we got the little charger here. Box is a little damaged, but got the charger. Everything else seems pretty fine. Doesn't seem damaged anywhere else so far. Of course, you get the Teverun hat. Okay. The front of it. I'm gonna go ahead and take out. Woo. So far, this is the 13-inch tires. This is the biggest tires that I've ever gotten on a scooter, so this thing will be pretty insane. All right, guys, we got the Teverun V4, 0 miles, man. Brand new off the truck today. Gonna do my first little ride on it. Keep in mind, we're only at 59% battery, so I got my 360 camera. As you guys know, if you know me, I'm always modding my stuff, so I got a brand new set of carbon fiber handlebars, some new grips. I got these little mirror caps so I can see, because I don't like crazy mirrors. Phone holder, my little speaker holder I added on there. These things already come with some cool lights. We got the dual stabilizers on this thing, which are pretty sick. We're gonna test these out. It felt pretty damn stable when they were turned up. I couldn't even turn the steering, so I'm gonna test these out. If you don't know what this is the most powerful scooter of 2025, 75 plus mile an hour. We're gonna test the thing out. Keep in mind, we are only at 60% battery. My first ride on this thing, super stable at low speeds. I think that's what it is. We gotta turn this thing up. Screw it. We're just gonna go in S mode. Yeah, this thing is insane, dude. And keep in mind, we're only at 50. Oh shit! We're only, woo! Damn! The steering stabilizer is a little weird. The steering a little, feel a little weird, but gee, this S mode is no joke. Oh yeah, it's moving too. Yeah, this is pretty insane. So this is the Teverun 7260R Supreme, 75 plus mile an hour scooter. Take this plastic off of here. Okay, everything should be good. Yeah, y'all definitely have to see this thing at nighttime so I can get the lights and display. Probably gonna take my keys off of here. Nighttime with the Teverun. I want to show you guys a cool quirk with their new key thing that they have. So they have it actually, if you walk up to the scooter, it'll automatically turn on. You can turn it off if you don't like that, and then you can turn it off with the key, and it has like a security feature. So just by walking up to it, scooter turns on. There you go. And as of today, earlier, I took it out, so we got 10 miles. It says it's 100%, but when I pulled off the charger, it wasn't fully green yet, so I'm sure the cells weren't balanced or anything yet. But it says 100%, so we're gonna go on a little group ride tonight, and then I'll test the range and see how it's gonna feel out. I'm gonna ride it pretty aggressively and stuff like that to get a feel for it, but we're gonna take it out and check this thing out. The key feature is pretty damn cool. And then you got this green and red. I think the green unlocks full power, but you touch the screen with it, and then it'll let you go pretty much full power. And then the red is like if you got a newbie or something on it.
I took all the sensors out of it, so it would.
It's turn the light
It
on for you.
really would. If it was on right now, kickstand down, brakes on.
It don't matter.
No, it would fucking absolutely.
All right, man. So just now getting back on the Teverun 7260R. By far best scooter I've ever ridden. I mean, this thing is top dog. So tonight we took it out. We had a E-Ride Pro out there. We had the Wolf King GTR. We had a VSET 10 Plus and a Altus Sigma. And this thing beats all of them, which is crazy because, you know, GTR is a top scooter. I've had that scooter. If you guys been on my channel, I've had a Wolf King GTR as well. And yeah, this thing is insane. So I'll post the speed that I got to while doing a pull. I didn't get to film because I wanted to focus tonight on just riding the thing and getting used to it. And I believe we went a little bit over 30 miles. And I'm at 60% if it focuses in. But it may not focus, but I'm at 60%. You can see 38 miles up there at the top. And there was a bunch of hard pulls, mostly 40 mile an hour cruising, and it did, I mean, exceptional. The battery is good, power's there. Yeah, you definitely can't beat this thing. And on top of that, super stable. Only thing I will say is if you're going fast on this thing, don't slam on the brakes. That's how you get that speed wobble. I didn't have issues with the fender hitting at all. It was pretty good. And I'm about $170. So at 170, it picked me up to about 76 mile an hour, 75 mile an hour. And it still felt like it had way more to go. Like I let off just because the bridge was starting to end and I was waiting on the guys to catch up, so I didn't want to keep going. But yeah, this thing will definitely do over 75 mile an hour. It definitely feels like it pulls 80. And if you guys are not familiar, I have the E-Ride Pro SR, which is one of the fastest e-bikes you can get right now, if not the fastest e-bike, like mini dirt bike style bike that you can buy. Powerful. Now I will say the E-Ride Pro SR will probably get out the hole much faster, but this thing will come up there up top, man. This thing's insane. If you guys are interested in getting one of these, I definitely would recommend it. I got the tire lettering coming in, so that's definitely gonna set the scooter off with the tire lettering on it. These 13-inch tires feel like a Cadillac. Yeah, this thing's insane. Definitely worth the money. It is a pretty penny, but if you guys are interested in the new 7260R, definitely check this thing out. It is worth it. A1 scooter. All right, you guys, appreciate y'all swinging by the channel. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of insight on the electric stuff. If you got any questions about any of the bikes, the e-bikes, e-scooters, those e-dirt bikes, anything like that, you can shoot me a message, comment down below or anything like that. I'm pretty knowledgeable about like all the electric stuff. You know, I'm one of those people who's gonna test it out, who's gonna ride it the proper way that it needs to be ridden and test out those top speeds, the range. You know, I go on group rides, so I'm pretty familiar with these things. Like I said, with that scooter, the new Teverun that I have, this is like the 4th or 5th version of that scooter. So I was gonna purchase that scooter maybe 2 or a year ago, but I did not because it was having a lot of stability issues because of the geometry of the front wheel and everything, and that bigger tire, they didn't get it right. And people that bought into it just because of the big battery were very disappointed because they couldn't even get up to high speeds because it felt so dangerous. So I passed on it. That's when I got those other ones. I'm always doing my research, man. You know, people will claim, oh, it'll do 60, oh, it'll do 70, you know, and it won't even hit 50. You know, there's a lot of things you really got to pay attention to. You know, these companies, they'll try to get you to pre-order things a lot, which to me, you know, I'm very weary on pre-ordering anything like that, because when you pre-order electric stuff, you're pretty much getting prototypes. You're not going to get the good ones, the best ones. The pre-orders are going to be those first ones, the first batch that they made. That's what you're going to get usually. I'm not saying all companies do that, but usually that's what's going to happen. So I always pay attention to everything, you know, and Electric Vehicle Space is one of the guys I like to watch. He actually tests these vehicles out. The Average Guy 1983, I believe. You know, I watch all these PEV guys, and I'm always just paying attention to who's actually riding these things, who's actually testing them, who's actually going to call them out for their faults and everything like that. And usually most of the time, you know, they have everything that I have in common with them. So if you have any questions about that stuff, like I said, you can shoot me a message, pay attention to anything that I do. But like I said, this Teverun is the truth. That thing is fast, man. And the cool thing about it is the new version with the new battery, and I'm pretty sure they bumped up the controllers or something. It cruises at those high speeds with ease. It does not feel like the scooter's struggling. It doesn't feel like, you know, you're already at the max. That's the thing. You'll get a 50 to 55, 60 mile an hour scooter, but if it's, you know, that's the top speed, when you're already at 50 to 55, the thing feels like it's maxing out, or you feel like you're just riding at the max. That thing coasts at those speeds, which is crazy to me. It really just cruises, and I feel like it'll hit 80. Like it hit that 74, 76 mile an hour, whatever, with ease, dude. Like no questions about it. And I let off just because I was like, damn, I'm getting pretty far from the group, so let me slow down. Derek from the group, he has an Alta Sigma. Man, he has all of the great scooters that you could think of. He actually went ahead and ordered one. So just after last night, seeing how that scooter performed, he went ahead and ordered one, and he said that he's ready to ride it, so it should be here this weekend for him. So if any other companies want to reach out to me or anything like that and have me try out their scooters or e-bikes and stuff, I'm more than willing to do it. And as you can see, people will purchase it, you know, off of, you know, the experience, because I ride these things very well. I'm gonna put them to the test, see their mileage, the range, do mile an hour test. And then for my weight is like that perfect range of where you really want to see what the scooter can do. Since I'm around 170, you'll really get that, you know, performance, because you get people that like Electric Vehicle Space. You know, I really trust his videos because he says, you know, I've never seen him in person, but he says he's like 230 or something like that with all the gear that he has on. So if, you know, I don't think the weight makes a big difference, but if the scooters are able to hit 70 and plus at somebody's rider weight of 230 and me being like 170, I'm going to get, you know, better performance, better miles. So those are things that I pay attention to whenever I'm purchasing a scooter. You want to pay attention to that person's weight. You want to see how they ride. Are they scared of it? You know what I'm saying? Are they really utilizing the full speed and potential of it? Because from my understanding, Electric Vehicle Space, he didn't hit the turbo mode, so there was still more performance left in the scooter, and it was still doing great. So that's one of the things that, you know, that's a plus, because he didn't even have to max it out, and it was still doing the specs that it said it could do. So for the car content now, I will be trying to do a couple more things to the car. I got some stuff planned. It's just money, you know, throwing money here, throwing money there, because I am trying to move. Like I said, I'm trying to get a new place, so I've been investing into that, and that's been more important, you know, trying to get those priorities out of the way, even though I got this new toy. But things like that, I've really been focused on shit like that, so I will be trying to post more of the Vet and C6 so you guys can see it. And just stay tuned to the channel, man. Hit that like, subscribe button. I do appreciate all the support that you guys bring. If you're still viewing, since I don't upload super regularly, but I will be creating content and staying on here regularly, trying to at least, you know, just be going through some stuff. But appreciate you guys. Peace out.